Did you know that boys and not girls are more often the victims of dating violence? It's true because the study said so. So pack it up, everybody. The patriarchy's over. Now we're in the matriarchy. Hashtag men's rights. Okay, no, obviously that's bullshit. I'm kidding. Let's talk about what this study is really about. You may have seen this study show up in the news. It's about something that researchers already pretty much knew, and which is now being misinterpreted to be about something that it's not. That doesn't make it a bad study per se, it just makes it possibly an uninteresting study that has dangerous, if unintended, side effects. The study was just published in the Journal of Interpersonal Violence, and it's based on surveys done on more than 35,000 teenagers who reported whether they had been hit, slapped, or physically hurt by a boyfriend or girlfriend in the previous year. Let's take a small step back real quick and talk about interpersonal violence. That phrase encompasses both dating violence, which is what the study is about, and domestic violence, which is absolutely not what the study is about. Those are two very different things. Dating violence includes slapping, pushing, sometimes even verbally assaulting your partner. It's bad. It should never be done. It can have extreme negative consequences for the victim, but domestic violence is usually much, much worse. That's a situation where the abuser is in a serious relationship with the victim, living together, married, sharing a child, and the abuser has power over the victim that they utilize in their abuse. I point out these distinctions because it's simply not news that young girls tend to be equally physical as boys, or more so in some studies like this. They slap, push, kick, and yell at their partners just as much as boys do. That is dating violence, and it's wrong, and all teens should be taught to not do it in their relationships, and to leave a relationship if their partner behaves that way. Once we start talking about adults, though, in serious relationships, we start talking about domestic violence with extremely negative physical and psychological results. And at that point, all the data is very, very clear. Men tend to be the abusers and women tend to be the victims. To be fair, yes, men are sometimes the victims, and yes, in some of those cases, their abusers are women. It happens. But by and large, women are the victims who have the worst results from domestic and sexual violence at the hands of men. Even if we look just at dating violence among teens, like they do in this study, other studies that are even cited in this study show that, sure enough, boys may get hit more, but girls get hurt more. So again, I don't want to say that this study is pointless, but it could tell us so much more if it were broken down by severity of alleged abuse, for instance. If you slap me on the arm and I punch you in the face, we've both each experienced one instance of violence, but one of us is going to suffer significantly more. Well, not that much more. I'm not very good with punching. But not distinguishing between those two things is pretty ridiculous. So to sum up, yes, teen girls are committing dating violence at unacceptable levels, and we need to teach them how to have healthier relationships, just as we need to do for boys.